It's good to have you back. You're still watching World Now on TVC. Government officials in the Ukrainian capital say a Russian drone and missile attack has killed at least one person and injured 7 others in Kyiv earlier on Saturday. Residential buildings in several districts of the capital were hit and loud explosions were heard across the city. Kyiv's mayor Vitaly Klitschko said a 13-year-old child was among the injured and 4 people had been taken to hospital. The officials also reported that earlier this week, a similar attack on Kyiv killed 7 people. The latest bombardment came as Ukrainian negotiators were preparing for talks with U.S. officials on an amended U.S. peace plan. Joining me now from Indianapolis in the U.S. to discuss the troubling war between Russia and Ukraine is a global affairs analyst, Kunle Falowo. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you join us this time. And how's the most populous city in Indiana at this point in time?
Well, it's starting to fare well. We're welcoming the cold weather. It's a little, we call the Indianapolis weather bipolarish because sometimes it's cold, it's windy, you have to put on your sweater, and then another time it's relatively okay and it's not that cold. So it's like different weathers in the same
No.
in the space of 24 hours.
Oh, that's good. Stay warm. So the grind
Thank you.
between Russia and Ukraine, I would say mind-boggling. And latest reports has it that Russia has struck the Ukrainian capital with drones and missiles again. What sort of picture is this painting at this time? And do you think the Russian leader realistically wants this war to end?
It's just different mind games that the Russian leader is trying to play. We all know it's called war of attrition, and it's just some other people call it a scare tactics, showing that he's able and is capable, his men is capable of um, doing a lot of wreck or damaging a lot of infrastructure in the Ukrainian side to down the spirits of the military force and also let them know that he means business. And part of it is to ensure that he keeps bombarding them with strikes daily, every single day. Um, it's more of a show of power and force, and the intensity is unfortunate because um, it's just ironical when you look at the possibility of going into negotiations and diplomatic discussions, and then the other hand, you're seeing constant bombardments leading to the loss of lives of people and properties at the same time. So this is unfortunate, and uh, we cannot wait. As a matter of fact, the international community cannot wait to finally find a lasting solution to all of this mess going on in that area.
We cannot wait as well. So the US President Donald Trump wants the war to end, but Ukraine feels it is being gagged into accepting a deal. Do you think that the clash of interests between both nations will lead to any headway for a long-lasting peace deal?
There's so many segments and so many parts of that deal to be successful. It has to go through all the checks and balances and some assurances. First of all, Vladimir Zelensky is talking about security guarantees. Yes, it needs to be talked about. What is the assurances that the international, not only Ukraine, what is the assurance that um, Russia would not turn around and do something of this nature in the near future. So security guarantees are very essential. It's something that needs to be talked about. Also, there are other instances where it hasn't been resolved yet. For example, the Crimea region that was annexed in 2014, over 10 years ago. What's going to happen to it? Is it going to be officially recognized as the Russian side, or will Russia claim legitimacy to the next region of Ukraine? These are some of the issues that needs to be figured out in the draft, and moving forward. Uh, there needs to be that conversation needs to hold, and also on the longer term, we're also looking at, for example, the European Union, other European countries. What are the assurances that Russia would not um, wage war against them? So these are some of the issues that needs to be trashed out in the plan for it to be successful overall. So it's a good development. It's a welcome development that we're seeing that conversations are ongoing, which is good. But we just needs to there needs to be a lot of caution to ensure that there isn't any rush to sign anything, and there needs to be guarantees for Ukraine that this is not going to happen again.
And the world is waiting or looking to see if these problems will be resolved. But sanctions imposed on Russia do not seem to be changing President Putin's stance on the war. In your own view, what form of diplomatic solutions or measures could help end this war?
Russia is a powerhouse, and it's not a third world country. They're very rich in natural resources, and there's little impacts that international sanction or economic sanction will do to it, because it has allies, international allies like China. China is also unarguably a powerhouse, and when Russia is in discussions and in collaboration with China and North Korea. So all of those things, there seem to it's starting to show that there are some back doors that Russia has been able to achieve its motive and continue to beat the international sanction and continue to make more funds, make more financial gains in order to sponsor or continue to sponsor the war. Be that as it may, not too long ago, about a couple of days ago, we saw a report that says that the Ukrainian side had successfully struck two oil tankers in the Black Sea that's owned by the Russian. All of those oil tankers, by the way, are the oil tankers that were, shipped to other parts of the world, and they're making money, and they're, going through the back door to ensure that they beat all the sanctions. So Ukrainians and the Ukrainian military are working endlessly and tirelessly to target the financial power of Russia by attacking some of those oil tankers on the Black Sea. Be that as it may, there needs to be intense efforts to ensure that Russia adheres to in the international stipulations and rules that guard the sea, and it's just important that they follow these rules. It's so sad that this is not happening. They're not following the rules, and there isn't enough repercussions and consequences for it. And there needs to be held accountable, especially the leader of Russia. It needs to be held accountable for all of these things. But the most important thing right now is to making sure that there is a lasting solution to the war, and then whatever comes right after it, we'll all have to wait and see.
We share the same sentiments. Thank you so much, Global Affairs Analyst Kunle Falowo. It was an honor sharing your time with us once again.
Thank you so much.